All right, welcome back. And yes, I did cut my hair. I did do the buzz cut, and I may or may not have booked a flight to Australia. So at some point, you're gonna see me in Australia, filming these videos instead, which will be exciting because I was out today and it's just so cold and so like, yeah, it feels like you can't walk outside because it's that cold. It's not even that cold. It's like maybe -1 or -1 degrees Celsius. And that's not very cold, but the wind, and I think something here where I live is like the moisture level in the air combined with the cold and then the wind makes it feel a lot colder than it actually is. I'm in the southern part of Sweden, and I've heard a lot of people that come from like the northern part of Sweden where it's like really cold, like -20, -25, or negative, like maybe even 30 degrees at times. And they still come down here and they're like, what is with this place? How come it's so cold? Even though it's like, it might be like +2 or +3 degrees. It just gets so cold because of the wind and the moisture. So Sydney is going to be pretty nice, I think. Anyway, and I shaved my head. I don't know what you think of it. Let me know in the comments. You've now seen me with pretty much all the hairstyles that exists, I think. And I have sent the app in to the App Store, so we can actually check and see if anything has happened. I don't think anything has happened though, but yeah, it's just waiting for review. Something that I did a little bit differently this time is that okay, I can't go down there, but what I did do this time is not write out a long reply to them. I just said that I fixed this, and like 2 sentences is what I said. And I'm hoping that the tutorial and the fact that it's so short, the response, that maybe they will read it and it won't, or it will get approved. I hope. I also did a new lighting setup, actually, which is quite interesting. I've managed to do it so that I have the window still, but I have a really big light up here that I cannot be bothered showing you like that. So I'm actually going to show you like this. So this is what I see when I record the videos, and then this is in front of me. So basically a window out to the world. And then up here, I have a bed sheet that I've just like tucked into the window. And then I have a big light that's just shining up at max capacity straight into the ceiling. The idea here is to give me some light, so that essentially give me some, what do you call it, light therapy. So it is really bright in here. I don't know what it seems like on camera actually, but it is really bright. and that makes it almost feels like it could be summertime in here because of how much light there is. And because of the bed sheet that's there, it just makes the light really soft, so hopefully it looks soft on my face. But that's the sort of stuff that I get up to when you're not seeing me film or record the building of the app part. I'm gonna actually airdrop this now so that I don't forget to include it in the video. All right, so the app might get approved now, which that is a possibility. I don't really think it's going to get approved, but it's possible that it could get approved. But I'm gonna assume that it won't, and therefore we're going to add voice responses that are triggered by mic activation. That's what we're gonna try to do today. I've been postponing this forever because I just don't know what or how to do it, really. So we're gonna ask Claude here. It works now. Hallå? All right, so this is a bit weird. I tested this to just see what the updated version of the app looks like on my phone. And this is the layout that I get. Doesn't look great compared to the layout here. Like, it's start a conversation, connected with someone, blah, blah, blah. Like, this one doesn't look great at all. So I'm trying to think of like what would be the best way to demo the app. And Claude basically suggested two different options, which is voice activated detection or voice activity detection, which is what I've thought about before, which will essentially be that you go through the demo mode, and then you get like a test call, and the Apple reviewer, they will get a first voice, they'll hear like a voice message in the first call that will say like, that'll be my voice, which will be like, hello, this is a demo of the app and you are now in a phone call. So let's pretend that we are in an actual phone call right now, and I would ask you something like, how was your day today? And then you can respond. And then after I've said that, there will be like a 5-second quiet time for them to respond. And then once they've responded, there will be another message from me. They'll be like, all right, now you responded. Something that would be kind of funny would be, I saw that yesterday on like a reel or something. There's this reel, or there's some episode on Family Guy when like Lois walks, I don't know if she's called Lois, I think so. She walks in to the bedroom and Peter's not there, but he's like set up this system that will play a audio recording of his voice. So a pre-recorded message, and at first it kind of works. Like she's like, oh, or as soon as she walks in, he's like, oh, actually I'm asleep. Can you just let me stay in bed or something? And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry that I walked in on you. And then he's like, oh, that's all right, or like whatever. And then it just kind of slowly falls off script, and towards the end, she realizes that it's fake. And that's what I figured that we could do too. That something that would be kind of funny would be to open up really normally, where you're like, hello, this is just a regular audio message pre-recorded to show you how the audio calls can work. So if you try to say something, maybe you can answer the question that's like down there. And then they do that. You wait for them to do it. And when you get the response, you could be like, oh, I wasn't really expecting you to say that, but sure, if that's your thing, then that's fine. And then you just keep going more, you keep escalating, like pretending like they're crazy more and more. That could be kind of funny, even if the other user is just saying hi or blah or whatever. It might be kind of funny if you just escalate that towards the end, where I'm like really freaking out about what's being said. I don't know if you follow this, but in my head it feels like it could be funny. but it doesn't feel very serious, which means that it probably won't work that well for the Apple reviewers. So the options that we have is wait for voice activity detection. So essentially wait until we detect that the other user is using their voice to respond. Once they've done that, or once this mic goes silent, then we play the next message. And then once that message is done, we wait and try to detect more voice activity. And then once we've detected that, we again play the next message and so on. That's one way to do it. The other way that's way simpler is just to wait a certain time. So like play one message, wait 5 seconds, play another message, wait 5 seconds, play another message. Maybe we should just pick one, doesn't fucking matter, I don't think. This is something that I'm learning right now also. I think not making a decision is probably the, what would you call this? I'm trying to think if it's like, is it the biggest risk you can take? I don't know. The worst thing that you can do is I don't know, it's basically not making a decision about something or thinking about which decision should I make is probably one of the worst things that you can spend your time on, because what you end up doing a lot of times is just procrastinating. And I think procrastination a lot of times is just not making a decision about something. You're on the couch, you're scrolling, and you're like, oh, I should probably get up and start working, or I should probably do my homework, I should probably go to the gym, whatever. And essentially what you're doing is you're not deciding yet, you're not making a decision. You're just like in this, I probably shouldn't be doing this, I probably should be doing that. And you're not deciding either or. You're not saying, no, actually, I'm not gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna continue scrolling. You're sort of making that decision passive, or like, yeah, I don't know if it's passive, but you're making that decision because that's what you're doing. You're just continuing to scroll. But in your head, you've not decided to continue to scroll, if that makes sense. I think it's a difference. It makes a difference for you if you decide to continue to scroll versus if you just continue to scroll while you're figuring out, should I continue or should I do this? And I think it's one of the worst things that you can do is just not making decisions about stuff. Especially, this is mostly going to be about easy things, like should I go to the gym, should I not go to the gym, should I go outside, should I call my friend, should I make breakfast, what should I have for breakfast, all those like stupid decisions that don't really matter. The worst thing that you can do in those cases is not making a decision. And this is one of those cases, I think, where it's like, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been stuck in that place where I don't decide, where it's like, oh, how do I do this? And because I don't really know how to do it, I have different options for how to do it, and I don't want to decide, it means that I just end up not really getting to it. Whereas if I just make the decision to, okay, I'm going to do a time-based voice response, then I've made the decision and we can try it. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that we're going to get a failed review on Apple, which we've already done like hundreds of times now. And yeah, that's something that I'm really, in the past like few weeks, trying to get way better at, because I'm realizing that that's one of the reasons why I feel so stuck like in my environment that I'm in right now, is because I end up in this place where it's like I always have so many decisions to make because I feel limited by my time, by the daylight. I feel like, oh, I only have 4 hours of daylight, so then what of the hundreds of things that I want to do in daylight should I do? And I just don't make a decision, which means that I end up just procrastinating. Essentially, I can waste an entire day of daylight figuring out or trying to come up with what to do, or not really trying to come up with what to do, but just not making the decision, like this is what I do, and then doing it. Instead, what I do is I get stuck sort of in this like, maybe I should do this, but I feel like doing this, or blah, blah, blah. So what I'm trying to get better at is not essentially not thinking through my decisions that much, just making decisions. And if I ever feel like, oh, should I go to the gym or should I go for a walk? I'll just like, I could just flip a coin at that point and just do one of them. Because both of them are going to be good. Okay, I just thought of this. Essentially, I think we get stuck comparing equal options. And I think that's where the difficulty lies, where you have 10 different equal options. They're almost pretty much equal, all of them. And so it becomes very difficult to figure out which decision do I make, because they're all pretty much equal. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. They're all going to be pretty good. So what would you call that? The struggle of equal decisions? No? Yeah, I'm going to try to think of that. But anyway, we're going to make a voice recording. So first of all, let's make a voice recording. And this is something that I've also been procrastinating on, and it doesn't fucking matter, Audacity. What I say in this voice recording, it doesn't matter. I just say something. Hello, my name is Cal. All right. So we're going to record it using Audacity. So what should I say? I'm just going to wing it. Hello there and welcome to Quora. This is a pre-recorded message, but essentially this is to show you how the phone calls would work. So I'm going to say this, and then maybe you could answer the question in the little box down below. And after that, I'll play you another message. Hello there and welcome to Quora. This is a pre-recorded message, but essentially this is to show you how the phone calls would work. So I'm going to say this, and then maybe you could answer the question in the little box down below. And after that, I'll play you another message. Okay, I don't really like the fact that I said I'll play you another message, because it sort of infers or means that everything is pre-recorded, which it is, but I just feel like maybe we don't want the user to feel, because then like why would you answer this question? Okay, so it's a would you rather. Hello and welcome to Quora. I am Cal and this is a pre-recorded message. I just wanted to show you kind of how the app is going to work, and this is now a phone call that you're in, and what I want you to do is maybe you could answer the would you rather question down below, and then I will continue explaining the app. All right, so I think that's a pretty good message. File, export audio, call it Quora intro 1. And then we'll save it. Where do we save it? All right, let's see what it's created. If we run this again. So what we should, fuck. I don't really know why this happens. This only happens on the iPad and not on the other. All right, so what should happen now is we should get through the tutorial. And then once we're through the tutorial, okay, this is bullshit. Fuck. Why? I don't really understand why when it adds a... I don't know why it made a fake animation. Okay, so we're gonna have to run it on my phone so that we actually see that it really works. Okay. Right, we're gonna try this now and see what happens. Hello and welcome to Quora.
Hello.
I am Cam, and this is a pre-recorded message. I just wanted to show you kind of how the app is going to work, and this is now a phone call that you're in. And what I want you to do is maybe you can answer the email. I am Cam, and this is a pre-recorded message. I just want to show you kind of how the apps work, and this is one. I am Cam, and this is a pre-recorded message. I just want to show you kind of how the apps work, and this is now a phone call you're in. And what I want you to do is answer the would you rather question hello, and I will give you explain it. Hello, and welcome to Quora. I am Cam. welcome to Quora. I am Cal, and this is a message. The app's work, and this is how you play it. And what I want you to do is answer the would you rather question above, and I will continue explaining the app. Hello, and welcome to Quora. I am Cal, and this is a message. I just want to show you kind of how the apps work, and this is how you play it. And what I want you to do is answer the would you rather question above, and I will continue explaining the app. I'm going to message. I just want to show you kind of how the apps work, and this is how you play it. And what I want you to do is answer the would you rather question above, and I will continue explaining the app. Hello, and welcome to Quora. I am Cal, and this is a message. I just want to show you kind of how the apps work, and this is how you play it. And what I want you to do is answer the would you rather question above, and I will continue explaining the app. Hello and welcome to Quora. I am Cal and this is a pre-recorded message. I just wanted to show you kind of how the app is going to work, and this is now a phone call that you're in. And
Hello.
What I want you to do is maybe you could answer the would you rather question down below, and then I will continue explaining the app. Okay, so I would rather go skiing. No, snorkeling. Hello and welcome to Cora. I am Cal and this is a Okay, it now works. Finally, it works. We have a voice animation, we have the pre-recorded message. Now, the only thing that we need to do is just add proper pre-recorded messages so that we, right now we just play the same intro message 2 times. But here's where we can get creative and like, how many times do we want to play, or how many messages do we want to play, and how do we want it to work, essentially. I think we're gonna have like 3 messages maybe, and then that will be it, I believe. I hope this is like a good enough way to like explain the app. Flutter clean. I think it turned out pretty good, actually. Better than I thought. But we might want to have it wait just a little bit longer between the messages. So I'll see if I can show you, or if it shows up on the computer, but maybe it doesn't. All right, you actually do see the voice animation here. So that's pretty good. As you can see, you see the voice animation showing when I speak. And now I think okay, so if I mute, then it shows my voice input, but not the input of the speakers, which makes sense, I guess. But yeah, that's what we did. And this is pretty much done. Next time we're gonna have to, because I'm gonna have to finish now, but next time we're gonna create 2 more audio messages, create 2 more audio messages, and then increase the wait time between the voice messages, And then we basically have the tutorial done, but next time I'm hoping that we're gonna have a response from the Apple reviewers. Which, I mean, no, I'm not gonna say it. I don't think they're gonna approve it, but we don't know what they're gonna say to the already existing tutorial without the voice messages. Not sure how much more the voice messages are gonna add to the whole experience for them, but maybe it will be something that will tip them over the edge. I don't know. Here's also a point where we can actually explain the app in more detail in the voice messages. So that's something that we might want to do. I'm gonna actually add that as a note here. Opportunity to explain the app more in voice. Okay. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one, which might be in Australia, who knows?